Hey, happy Friday. Hope you're having a great week checking in for a rates update. And we've had some nice improvement in mortgage rates over the last couple of weeks. Just here this week, we were a little bit more than an eighth of a percent better in rates. So that's very positive. And as it stands right now, oil prices trading at $83 a barrel. We were, as high as the 120s at some points during this Iran conflict. So, I think the oil market's looking forward to a possible resolution in this war. When does that happen? How does that look? We still don't know yet, but as of now, energy prices are better than they've been on some of their worst levels. So that's very positive. 10-year Treasury note bumped up against 4.6 just a few weeks ago, and the T-bill, the 10-year T-bill hasn't traded above 4.6 for more than 90 days for 18 years. So that has been a line in the sand, and it has bounced off of that number and is now in the 4.4 range. So that's a positive because mortgage bonds, mortgage-backed securities, loosely track the 10-year Treasury note. They're not directly tied, but they tend to follow each other. So that's also very positive on the rates front. And then next week, we have a big week. We have the first Fed meeting with our new Fed president, Mr. Kevin Warsh. And so it'll be interesting to see what we learn as that meeting takes place next week. Is the Fed going to change some of the metrics that it uses for tracking the economy and tracking inflation? Will they continue with the dot plot? Will they give forward forecasting and projections on what they're seeing in the economy? Will the Fed president even hold a press conference after the Fed meeting to go over what they're looking at? So all of these things would be interesting to hear, especially as it relates to what is the Fed going to do with its balance sheet and the runoff. Are they going to move forward with more quantitative tightening, which could put pressure on rates to move higher? A lot of unanswered questions, but I think we'll learn some of that policy after the Fed meeting next week. So that will be interesting to see. Hope you all have a great weekend. Look forward to talking with you soon.